Hey everyone! So what you saw right there was a simple flow I did in my home using just two simple moves, which is the monkey vault and the side monkey vault. So what I'll be doing today is to kind of show you guys how you can master these two moves, starting from the very basic progressions leading all the way up to the moves itself. So here we go. Alright, so before we actually try the moves on elevated surface, we're actually going to do it on ground level first. Okay, so the first move we're going to try out is the side monkey, and this is kind of how it looks like. Okay, I'm in a squatting position. If I'm moving to my right side, my hands are going to place on my right, and I'm just going to hop to the right. Okay, vice versa, going to the left, hands on the left side, hop to the left. Okay, so that is actually very easy to do. The challenge right now is actually to gain as much air time as you can. So what I mean by this is trying to lift your feet off the ground for as long as you can, just like that, alright? Up and the other way. Okay, so there are a few tricks to there are a few tips of how you want to gain this air time. Okay, first is to actually lean your body towards your hand during the jump. Alright, this actually makes your legs and hips way lighter. The other thing is to lift your hips higher up. So the higher up you are, the more air time you get. So right now, I'm going to show a side view of me implementing these two tips. Okay, hands here, hips up high, and lean towards your hands. Alright. Okay, so that's me when I'm trying to gain as much air time as I can. As compared to me not doing these two key points, this is how it looks like. I can't gain much air time from it. Okay, so do try this out, maybe 10 times on each side, so that you can get better into the moves, and it will also be a good warm-up. Alright, so the next move we're going to do is the monkey, or for monkey. Okay, and this is how it looks like. I'm going forward, my hands are just going to place right in front of me, and I'm just going to hop into it. Okay, notice how my legs are right in between my hands. Okay, one more time, hands put forward, and just like that. Okay, so similar to the side monkey, if you want to gain more air time in it, the two things you have to do is to really lean your body towards the hands and raising the hips up high. Okay, so an example, just like that. Okay, one more time. Alright, so do try this a few times, 10 times or so, really just to get yourself familiar with the move, and then we're going to move on to something slightly more advanced. So the next thing we're going to do in the front monkey is to really push with your hands this time when you're leaping into the front monkey. Okay? So how we push is really by just using our wrists to push down like that, off the ground. So what this does is it really gives you some space to place your feet where your hands were. Okay? So this is how it looks like. Notice, one jump, I push so that my legs can land where my hands were. Okay, one more time, push and then land. Okay, so what you can do with this is you can kind of imagine, say if you have a straight line right in front of you, right? You're going to place your hands there. Okay, and once when you leap into the front monkey, you're just going to push off and your legs are going to land on that line. Okay, just like that. Land. Okay, so try that a few times too, alright, just to get yourself used to it. Alright, so now that you perfected your moves on ground level, the next thing we're going to do is to try it on elevated surface. Now, it is much recommended for you to first try all these moves on things like a sofa or on a bed because it's soft. With that, you do not need to worry about clipping your feet because the soft surface will kind of just absorb the impact. Okay, so the first move we'll be trying out on the elevated surface is this side monkey. Now, similar to how you do it on ground level, this time you're just going to place your hands on the elevated surface, bring that hips up high, and just cross over to the other side, right? Now, one benefit about the side monkey is that you can actually first do it at the edge of the obstacle. What this does, it actually reduces the risk of you clipping your leg because there'll be nothing for you to clip on, right? So let me show an example. Okay, I'll place my hand on the surface, just hop, hips up high, and cross over. Now, when you first do this, you want to check, okay, did my leg actually cross over the obstacle? Okay, one more time, just going to show you. Up, hips up high, and cross over. So once when you're confident with doing it on the low surface, you can try to move on to something higher, alright? First doing it at the edge, okay? And then going up to higher surface. Okay, and that is a side monkey. So when doing a monkey vault, we're actually going to do the exact same thing as what we did on the ground level, but this time hopping onto a higher surface. So with this, you really have to bring your hips up high just to make sure your legs can cross over. Okay, so first, what you want to do is just place your hand right here. You're just going to hop and try to bring your legs here, similar, where your hands really need to push up so that your legs can land. Right, one more time. I'm just going to place my hands here, hop, and then just land. Okay. Once when you got yourself familiar with that, the next thing is to really try to apply a bit of momentum into it. Okay? So instead of just hopping here, you're going to go a bit further, right? So you're going to not just project yourself upwards, but forward too. Okay? So if I stand further a bit, I'm going to try to push and try to cross the armrest. Okay? One more time. Okay, just standing further. Jump, push. Now, similar to the side monkey, once you're confident with doing it on a lower surface, you can move on to something higher. Okay, back with the progression. First, jumping onto the surface itself. Up, land. And when you're confident, right, add a bit of momentum into it. Up, push to the other side. Alright, so that has been the tutorial for the basic side monkey and monkey vault. Now, if you want to challenge yourself further, you can do so by vaulting over obstacles that are higher or projecting yourself further in the vault. Okay? However, it is very important to first have a well-established foundation by focusing a lot on the progression before moving on to the next step. Alright, so I hope everyone finds this tutorial useful and have fun and train safe.